NBNFL 25.
We're ready. Along with Charles. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. You look at this Packers defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's Watson. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Here's Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to work. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Here's May. That's caught left side by Judy. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. Pretty nice effort.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Play action, May. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That looks like there's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Returnable for Watson. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Love. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Jones able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Dances by him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll go Madison up the middle. Fights off the defender. Down to about the 32. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. To throw, it's May. Drops this underneath for Chandler. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. That is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
To throw now. Here's Love. And that's incomplete. The Packers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Catch made by Watson on the out route. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Dances by at the 20. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're going to throw. May. That is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They go play action with May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And here's Jones again on second down. Bust through the tackle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Out to the left here to Reed. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Offside. Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Now Love. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Working out of the gun. Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Love going to give this one to Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw with May. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be converged on quickly. Maybe gets a yard out of that. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Love looking to throw it. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Dobbs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
In motion right is Addison. On play action, May. Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing here is May. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air, May. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Dobbs. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, That's the result you end up with.
On third down, here's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's May. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Following the interception, Love. That's taken in. Dontavian Wicks. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. Love. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And that's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. From the shotgun, it's May.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
To throw, it's May. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Catch is made by Harry.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. From the shotgun, May with it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Love now. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he is caught. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Play action this time with Love. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Vikings offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll get this to Baker. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 7. First down.
Looking to throw. May. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, they struggled to get rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're trying to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2nd down and 8.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
To throw now, here's Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And Jones going to have a Packers 1st down as he'll get this down to the 40. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal that'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll throw with May.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3 quarters have come and gone.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that one almost intercepted. Well, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now,
standing just outside his own goal line. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs getting ready to go back to work. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Well, he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak.
And he coughed it up.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got him.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass.
Completed out left to Doubs.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Play fake. Here's Love.
He finds his receiver, Watson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An inside give to Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Love looking to throw it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Throwing here is May. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
To the air, May.
And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try and throw for it with May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Running right, Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers are able to stretch out their lead.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. you're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Vikings head out to take over once again. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Here's May. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw, it's May. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's Kingsley Enagbari finding a way in to bring him down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They're going on fourth down. May. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver, but they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Packers offense set to go. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Green Bay, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Hey, yeah, fresh out the beta game in my